joined with Jamie Levy from Generation Mining here at the Beaver Creek Precious Metals Summit. Jamie, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Much appreciated.
So Jamie, one of the things I love to ask people at this event, especially I imagine that you're going out chatting with various colleagues or meeting new people and having conversations about the capital markets and commodities and all that sort of stuff. What's the buzz right now? What's the sentiment like? What are you finding?
A lot of the meetings you end up having at Beaver Creek or other conferences are update meetings, which is great because you could update the investors on what we've been doing lately. I'm sure they see the news releases, but it's nice to give them an update. A lot of the talk nowadays is lithium stocks aren't doing so well, uranium stocks aren't doing so well. Now the flow of funds is going into gold. So lots of interest coming back into precious metals, and I think that's a good spot for us to be in right now.
So let's talk about palladium.
Yes.
So you're CEO of a company that's focused on palladium. I don't know if we've ever been chatted with any companies that are in palladium before, primarily. What's its main use? Why should I be excited about it?
Well, I'd like to just back up 1 second. We are palladium, but we also do have some copper. At today's prices, we are probably a copper palladium project. So it depends on the actual pricing, but we do have a boatload of copper in our reserves. Going back to the palladium question, palladium is used in your catalytic converter in the internal combustion engine or the hybrid vehicles. So some of the price declines in palladium have been that the interest was that a lot of the vehicles are going to go battery electric vehicles, and I think we all see in the news today that the BEVs aren't selling so well and the hybrid vehicles are outperforming the BEV cars. Some of the supply issues are 40% of the palladium is actually produced in Russia at a mine called Norilsk, and Norilsk is never really got sanctioned by the government for the war, so they're still selling their palladium through China. So we believe that the palladium is in a deficit. It's going to continue to be in a deficit for a while, and I believe the palladium price is going to run up from its present level of $1,000 an ounce.
So how many other companies out there are doing stuff in palladium like you guys are?
I don't believe there's any development palladium projects out there right now. I don't believe there's too many development projects even at this conference. I think we're a little bit of an anomaly, a little sweet spot here that we are coming out of that mining curve, the Lassonde curve, where the development stories will start to get re-rated. And right now we're in that penalty box in the Lassonde curve. And I believe, when we get all the permits and fully financed, the stock will take off like it should on the chart.
Okay, so high-level overview for the company. What are the assets you own? Why should I be excited?
We own one asset, and it's the Marathon Palladium-Copper Project in Northern Ontario. We are developing what we believe is the next critical metal mine in Ontario, probably one of the only ones in Canada getting built right now. We're looking forward to getting the final permits in the next couple of months, hopefully by the end of the fall, early winter, get fully financed, and then make a construction decision soon thereafter.
Now, my understanding is that you guys have lined up close to $800 million in project financing. This is through a debt facility and an investment from Wheaton. Is that going to be enough to get you guys to production?
No, it won't. We'll have to come back to the market at some point to raise some money from a strategic investor, from private equity, or from the normal capital market structure. But we're looking to do something that's non-dilutive for the investors. I'm a large shareholder. I actually just bought some more shares yesterday. And I believe that now is the time to be buying the stock, and we will get revalued going into that construction decision.
Now, something I'd like to ask CEOs is, if I'm an investor and I'm thinking about you guys as a speculative investment, what am I thinking about as my big risk here?
I think it's a commodity risk, and the commodity risk are copper and palladium. And if you like copper, I think this is one you should look at. If you like palladium, I think this is a no-brainer to look at. And I think we have a good mix of precious metals and PGMs, platinum and palladium, and we do have the copper, which is a very nice co-product to have in our project.
I know that this may seem like a stupid question, but it's probably worth asking. How important is the price of palladium to the success of the company? Like, if palladium doesn't go up, is there...
I think at today's prices, the project is still a go. or will be a go. I think a lot depends on the copper price as well. So we have a lot of leverage to the copper price, and I believe copper is going higher. A lot of the smart money is in copper, and I think copper probably has a $5 or $6 price tag, and then we'd be a copper project with a palladium byproduct. But I'm concerned about the price of palladium, but I'm not overly concerned. I want to see them go as well as copper.
Okay, Jamie, last question for you. If I'm an investor watching or I'm doing my due diligence, have you guys on my watch list, what am I looking out for over the remainder of the year?
I'd be watching the commodity mix again, not to be redundant, but the copper price, the palladium price. I would be watching for some of this optimization work we're doing on the project right now. So hopefully we could have some news out on that, and certainly watch the final 3 permits when we get the timing on that. Because if we're a fully permitted project in Canada, producing critical metals, I think it's a story that a lot of people will take interest in.
All right, well, Jamie, thanks for doing this. I think you guys have a super interesting story. I also love the track record of your chairman, Kerry Knoll. I think he's one of the legends in junior mining. So
He's been a great business partner, and our previous company we sold to Pine Point to Cisco Metals, and he sold numerous companies in his time. And I hope we don't sell this company. I hope we build it, but you never know what would happen, especially with Kerry as chairman. He's got the little knack to do that.
All right, well, thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.